Welcome to the Dawgs Table. Hosted by Craig Fountain and Jared Fatty Bates. Get access to special guests, anyone can join the Dawgs Table. Find the link to join the show in the comments when we go live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Periscope, and everywhere on the Big Play Network. Here's your hosts, Craig Fountain and Jared Fatty Bates.
What is going on, everybody? We are live here at the Dawgs Table. What's going on, Craig?
Not much. Week 1 is in the books. We have so much to talk about tonight. For those of you tuning in, just so you know, Jared and I host the Dawgs Table, and it is a Browns roundtable discussion. Anybody can join. The link is in the comments. It's a StreamYard link. We want to chat with you. If you don't want to show your face, which we definitely encourage, you can comment, and we can display and interact with you just like Norman here. Norman, appreciate you tuning in as always. And Red Leg is here. Go Browns.
By the way, Norman, I hope it was as hot in Arizona as it was here in Cleveland today. It was 95 here today, Craig.
It was brutal. It was
95. It's freaking September and football is being played. Why is it 95?
I don't know, but you could definitely tell that the heat was getting to some of these players this past week. John Johnson especially had to go and get an IV in the middle of the game. He was overheating. But hopefully that's all going to come to an end soon. It's football season pretty soon. You guys are going to be arguing once again whether or not I will attend a playoff game in the frigid temperatures of Cleveland, Ohio.
By the way, my little vampire, you'd attend it this week when it's going to be 80 some odd degrees outside.
All right, so let me ask you this before we move on. What would you rather do? Would you rather go watch a game when it's 100 degrees or 0 degrees?
Zero.
Okay, I'm with you. As much as I despise the cold, the sun beating down, which my wife went to the Giants preview game and she said it was brutal. She said that was brutal sitting in the sun. But Ben, how's it going? Appreciate you joining the show, Ben. Ben was the winner last week of our trivia giveaway. A Demetric Felton autographed rookie card, a Grant Delpit autographed rookie card, and a Demetric Felton rookie jersey patch card. That is on its way to you, Ben. Can't wait for you to get the package. All right. So
I did not know that Ben was in Canada. Did you tell me he was in Canada?
He is in Canada.
Ben.
So I went to type in the address and I'm like, wait a minute, this is different. Oh, it's Canada. But Chris Mann is in the house. Norman says he'd rather attend a game when it's hot because you can dress down for relief.
Norman, I'm fat. I got layers. I'm good. I cannot deal with sitting in the middle of the sun and just getting it beat on me. Hey, I work out in the sun. That's enough for me. I'm not going to go sit when it's 100 degrees outside. Not happening.
Paul, appreciate you joining the show. It's Ty Guy. Let's see the Browns beat the Chiefs in 0 degrees weather this January in Cleveland. Cleveland.
God, that'd be amazing.
That's what we got to do. And we had a little bit of a rough start, but we can still get there. And there are some reasons for discouragement. I believe it's too early to panic.
That's my boy right there. Hold on. Red leg. The wife and I tried the Giants game. Give me the cold.
My wife called me, and she had actually bought tickets for me for my birthday to go to the Giants preseason game, and I was unable to attend due to some family matters. And she texted me because she went and took my son instead, and she's like, "You would be happy you're not here because it is brutal." She's like, if it wasn't for him, I'd be walking out of here."
Right.
Well, Ben, how about that Malik McDowell? Malik was awesome. Awesome.
You gotta wait for Fatty's hot seat.
I know. We'll get there, Ben. Don't worry. Stay tuned. But let's get into it. We are going to recap the Cleveland Browns in the Chiefs game. They fall to the Chiefs 29-33. And this was an interesting game for many reasons. We led most of the game. And I felt like we were actually going to pull it off. But in classic Cleveland Browns fashion, we had some mistakes. Some we can take the blame for. Others, go ahead, Fatty.
No, I mean, it's mistakes that you cannot make against that team. You cannot make those mental mistakes. The muff punt, especially the muff punt. I mean, you're giving Kansas City first down on the 15-yard line. Yeah, if they don't come away with the touchdown, something went wrong. You cannot do that to those teams. Cannot.
Check this out too. Nothing's guaranteed against Patrick Mahomes, and this is a pretty crazy stat. Patrick Mahomes is 22-4. That's an 85% win percentage when his team does not score first. Imagine that. When they give up the first score to the opposing team, they still win 85% of the time when Pat Mahomes is playing, and that's crazy.
They're undefeated in September. He has 32 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the month of September. They are a very good team, and guess what? This is a team that you need to leap over, and guess what? You've had them on the ropes twice.
Another interesting fact is Andy Reid is undefeated against the Cleveland Browns in his coaching career. He is 9-0. The only coach with more wins without a loss versus a single opponent is Joe Gibbs. And that was for his stint against the Detroit Lions, opposing the Detroit Lions, 12-0.
What about Mike Tomlin? Or was it a combination of Tomlin and because I thought the Steelers had her number for like 19 straight games.
No, so basically the statistic is the most wins by a head coach without a loss. So, for example, Andy Reid's never lost versus the Browns. Joe Gibbs was never beat by the Lions. But those are some fun stats. But realistically, I think that we showed progress, right? Both the offense and defense showed that they are taking steps moving forward. And before we get into the box score stuff and who did what, let's just kind of take a look at our Twitter poll of the week. And this is something that if you want to sponsor and be featured on our Twitter poll and on our live and replays, hit us up. And here we go, Twitter poll. All right. So Twitter poll of the week. How would you grade the Browns' performance versus the Chiefs? Let us know in the comments. Sound off. Give them an A, a B, a C, or a D/F. Let us know in the comments, especially those of you who are not on Twitter. Twitter is where the magic happens, but we are also on YouTube and Facebook.
That a boy?
It really is. The NFL world goes round on Twitter.
It does.
The center of the universe. I haven't been on Twitter very long. I've only been on Twitter maybe less than 2 years, but I learned very quickly that's where it all happens. So follow us at Dawgs Table.
Same here.
But all right, Fatty, how are you grading the Browns' performance versus the Chiefs? And then we'll get into the results.
I'm going to go B+.
All right.
It should be an A-, but I'm going to go with solid B+. I mean, it was there. If they would have won, it would have been an A. But the mistakes that they had, you can't have those mistakes. You just can't. Like I was saying before, against a team like that, if it was like the Jets or, some other team without an offense like the Kansas City Chiefs have, you can do something like it and still come back, but you cannot do that against that offense.
All right, so we have Brennan Zoccolo with a B. Norman here, also a B. Chris Spann gave them a C. Justin Masters gave them a B minus. All these Facebook folks. I wish, Facebook doesn't allow us to have a poll on Facebook. I'm sorry to say we've looked into this. Good game, too many turnovers and penalties. That's absolutely right, Brennan. I am still going to give them an A. All right, and here's why. The offense, for the most part, moved the ball at will. In our defense, gave Baker Mayfield the opportunity to outplay Patrick Mahomes for 3 out of the 4 quarters. Now, I get it. You have to play all 4 quarters. You have to play all 60 minutes, not just a half or 3 quarters. But the difference between this team and last year's team is huge. And this team, side by side, head to head with the Chiefs on the road in one of the most hostile environments out there, held their own. And it's not like they held their own and they didn't give up. They didn't get laid down. They didn't get blown out. It was anybody's game. They played with the best of the best. And Ben, I'm with you. Offense A, defense B. Okay. I can get on board with that. Now, when we get into the defense, some things happened, and I can't wait, Fatty, to talk about Ronnie Harrison and some of those things with you. But real quick, let's stick with the offense. All right, we had Baker Mayfield, and he was 21 of 38 for 321 yards. No touchdowns, but he had an interception. Now, the interception to close out the game, Fatty, here's my take. My take is this interception was an errant pass. It was intended to be a throwaway, and he got tackled. He got hit at just the right point in the time that ball fell down in the air a little bit. That guy still had to go up and use most of his vertical to go get that ball. Yes, he grabbed it, but this was an intended throwaway. Do you blame Baker for this interception, for this loss?
No, God, no. I blame the team for the loss. It's not on Baker Mayfield's shoulders on that one. He tried something, and I'm with you. I think he really did try to throw it away. From what I saw, it just people were going to probably bash the hell out of us being homers, and I'm all right with that. But I mean, this whole thing, it was a whole team effort, and they went away from what I saw, they went away from Nick Chubb once they got down. It was like they forgot what they were doing. I mean, I watched Nick Chubb make a 20-yard run and not get touched for a touchdown. What the hell are you
Fatty's doing? Freezing up there for a second. Chris, I am the last person that will ever give out a participation trophy. But, I think that when we are looking at the Fatty, you're back.
Hey.
But when we're looking at Chris, I think the competition, all right, this is a different assessment when you're going Browns versus Chiefs. This would have been like grading a game where the Colts were playing the Patriots 5 or 6 years ago, back in the Manning Brady days. Two very talented teams going up against each other. Norman says he was trying to avoid the sack. I agree. He was trying to avoid the sack, but I think that throw was intended to go out of bounds. Fatty, you broke up there. Why don't you go ahead and finish your thought?
Where was I at on that thought? Because
I don't even know.
That a boy. This is why the Dawgs Table is the best place on Big Play. Did you know they have a Steelers on Big Play?
They did add a Steelers program. Now, mind you, Fatty, we have to support the team, the Big Play team.
Hold on, and the Ravens?
There are Steelers and there's Ravens. Listen, hey,
I'm
all for the growth of this network. If it wasn't for the Steelers and Ravens, we wouldn't have anybody to poke and prod on Twitter. So grow the community, grow Big Play. We want to grow with them. But
I had to give Dave shit today. I saw a Steelers guy on there. I'm like, what are you doing? But no.
Yeah.
So I thought that he was trying to throw it away. Like I said, the biggest thing was the it was a team thing. It wasn't just Baker Mayfield. I mean, after a while, like I said, you had Chubb, who kind of became non-existent there later on in the second half. And then they knew you were going to have to throw the ball. We had a 20-yard screen Hunt, correct?
Say that one more time.
A 20-yard screen to Hunt. Yeah. You could have dunked him down to the point where you at least – I just want to see the offense kind of like gain its momentum back because like the first half, they were on fire. And then they just kind of – it felt like they went like this. They're like, let me push into clutch and just kind of coast this one in there and see what happens. You can't do that. You got to keep that pedal down.
All right. So let me ask you this, Fatty. Let's move back to our prior episode. We were talking about the end of the offseason going into week 1. And one of the things that you said specifically that you hope you don't see this year is the amount of importance placed on screenplays. You did not appreciate the way they ran the screen last year. Now, I rebutted a little bit. I said, hey, listen, the screen looks pretty good in the preseason. What are your thoughts on the screen and how it affects our game plan now? Are you pro screen, anti-screen?
No, I'm all right. Okay. During the Kansas City game last year, we had we had nobody to take off the top. Did you not see Schwartz's speed? We got somebody to take off the top now. Jarvis looked great. Everybody, you can do a screen when you have somebody to take off the top. When they are not afraid of somebody taking off the top, you can't do screens then.
All right, real quick, Fatty. I'm going to go ahead and put the poll results up here. 25% gave the Browns an A, 58% a B, 14% a C, and 3% gave them a D or an F. Here's the reasoning. 3 turnovers gets a D for me. It's a 60-minute contest, not 30. That is at 1948 and counting on Twitter. I'm all right with it. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Some are, tougher than others. But that's where the poll landed. The Chubb fumble hurt, although because of Chubb, Hunt got the TD on the drive after. Listen, our ground game was great. Ground game was great.
I'm not even the thing that killed me. I don't care about the Chubb fumble because our defense only allowed 3 points against Kansas City, one of the best offenses in the NFL. What kills me is giving them a spot on the 15-yard line. That's what kills me.
Nick Chubb, 15 for 83 and 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 6 for 33 and a touchdown. Chubb and Hunt both averaged 5.5 yards a carry, which is outstanding. This is your 1A and 1B. 2 to 3 is kind of the ratio carry-wise so far here for the play calling. Chubb gets 2, Hunt gets 1. Chubb gets 2, Hunt gets 1. And, they didn't really have to be all that great in the passing game. But going to the passing game, you mentioned Schwartz, all right? And when you look at our top 3 receivers, you had Njoku. He was 3 for 76. Landry, 3 for 71. Plus, he had the touchdown on the ground. Schwartz was 3 for 69. But this box score stat line does not account for that catch. That would have been catch had the cornerback on Kansas City not made one of the best defensive plays you've ever seen. Because when he had his hands on that ball, he was about to tack on another 20, 30 yards onto this. Do you know which throw I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what throw you're talking about.
And that defender played that textbook, got his hands in between Schwartz's and knocked the ball out. Schwartz got his hands on the ball. I think Schwartz is going to be electric this year. I was super nervous coming out of training camp, not getting a huge sample size from him. I think that Schwartz is really going to do his job. And that's what you said earlier. Take the top off the defense. But I think he's also a threat halfway down the field.
Oh, yeah. I believe so also. You know something? We also got the Odell scratch right before the game.
Yeah, that's something that, man, go ahead.
Well, they came out and said Odell didn't feel like he was ready to go. But you sit there, you look at this team. We went toe-to-toe with the AFC champ without one of our best wide receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you transplant Schwartz and OBJ and that catch that we were talking about, does OBJ come down with that ball?
Does he?
Just saying.
I don't know. But
I mean, it's something to think about.
Here's the encouraging part. Again, no participation trophies. With that being said, I feel like we can compete with any team in the league. Justin Masters, thoughts on going for 2 after the first TD? Go for 2 every time. Almost every time.
Hey, they gifted them. It was a 1 yard. I mean, what was it? They had a penalty.
Yeah,
why would you try it?
They were initially going to kick the extra point. There was a penalty, which would have moved the ball from the 2 yard line to the 1 for the 2-point conversion. So they got half the distance to goal. And you have to go for 2.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that Stefanski does is he's aggressive on 4th down and when it comes to going for 2. And it's something that I'm a fan of. Is it going to work every time? No, absolutely not. There is disappointment. It's inevitable. But when it works, it will, that's a game changer. It's a game changer. The aggressiveness is a game changer. I love it. I love the aggressiveness. Show that they aren't the redheaded stepchild anymore. Justin, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt as a redheaded stepchild.
Whoa. Daywalker.
What a daywalker. What a daywalker. Yeah, you go enjoy the sunshine. I don't care if you don't get burnt. All right. So we talked about the offense. Before we get into the defense, I want to get into the dog of the week. Are you ready, Fatty?
God, I'm so pumped. Oh, and that was a quick dog of the week. What the hell happened?
All right.
3 times. 3 times is a charm.
We have no intro video. The dog of the week. Here we go. Let us know in the comments. Are you able to view the show okay? Is our stream working properly? It seems to be a connection issue. Let us know if you can see and hear us. We'd appreciate it. Justin, hey, things happen when you're live. It happens. It happens. All right. The dog of the week. Here's how the dog of the week works. Every week during the regular season, we are going to have an offensive, defensive dog of the week, kind of like the MVP of the week. But more importantly, what we have is a dog of the week from the City Dawgs of Cleveland. Thanks, Curtis, for letting us know. I certainly appreciate it. We are partnered with the Friends of City Dawgs of Cleveland, and we are going to feature. Man, I can't talk today. Words. We are going to feature an adoptable dog from City Dawgs of Cleveland. Here is the adoptable dog this week. It is Rex. Look at that guy, Fatty.
Oh, my
Fatty,
Lord.
look at that guy. His name is Rex. He's affectionately known as Sexy Rexy for his love of butt scratches and impeccable fashion taste. And you'll see that in some photos as we move along. He's been looking for far too long for his home. And Rex is an adoptable dog. Let me get that. There we go, Fatty. Thank you for getting that banner out of the way.
I got you.
All you have to do is get a hold of City Dawgs of Cleveland. Here's a little bit more information. This cute guy, look at that. Look at his happy birthday outfit. Unfortunately, they found out recently that Rex has a torn ACL, which will require surgery to repair. Friends of City Dawgs of Cleveland will cover the cost of the surgery. However, Rex can't get it until he has a home in which to rest and recover. If you're able to take on a furry friend, we encourage you to contact City Dawgs of Cleveland. He's a velvety, jolly guy.
Lord.
What's that?
You got to adopt this dog. Look at
this guy. Look at this guy. He loves his outfits, apparently. He's a velvety, jolly guy who makes for easygoing company. He seems to love people and has been pretty sweet and sensitive with humans of many sizes. He enjoys snuffling around on walks and is always game for a drive around, especially if it ends with going through the drive-thru. We also think he would be super happy as a couch potato. His favorite activity by far is soliciting butt scratches, and since he's so soft, you'll be happy to pet him all day long. Here is the contact information for City Dawgs of Cleveland. Get a hold of them. Let them know you're interested in meeting Rex. City Dawgs of Cleveland at City Dawgs CLE on Twitter, at City Dawgs Cleveland on Facebook. Their phone number, 216-664-3476. That is our City Dogs of Cleveland adoptable dog of the week. I'm feeling it. I have a good feeling about Rex. Justin, we appreciate it. And Justin's asked before, just so you guys know, you can go to City Dogs of Cleveland and you can offer a donation if you're unable to support in another way. Also, if you're attending games at First Energy Stadium by the Dog Pound, Section 121, City Dogs of Cleveland has their own concession stand. The only difference with this concession stand from the others is that all of the proceeds go to City Dogs of Cleveland. So get the same goodies you're going to get at the other concession stands. Make your way over. Take a little bit of an extra walk, and those proceeds go to City Dogs of Cleveland. All right, Fatty.
Hold on. Also, if I read right, hold on. I just got to say this. City Dogs is doing an adoption weekend special. $21 a dog. Okay. For an adoption. That's amazing. Truly amazing. So check them out on Facebook. And if you can't get a hold of them, get a hold of us. Get a hold of Craig or myself or here at the Dawgs Table. And we'll get a hold of them for you. Because, I mean, these dogs definitely need homes.
And this is a great organization. We will personally pick up the phone and we will personally reach out to them for you if you need assistance. All right, Fatty, give me your offensive dog of the week.
My offensive dog of the week, which will shock the crap out of you, Anthony Schwartz.
All right, I can get
down with Anthony. Is that little turd? Holy cow. And he made an acrobatic catch, even though he should have taken it for a touchdown. He had to make sure he actually caught it. But seeing him actually get out on the field, like we already know that Chubb and Juice and everybody else is good. But Anthony Schwartz, just seeing the little flashes that I've seen of him, oh my Lord, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this kid.
I would agree with you. He had a great game, and what a coming out party for him, especially because we didn't see a whole lot of him in the preseason. He was nursing an injury. My offensive dog of the week, however, is going to Baker Mayfield. It's low-hanging fruit, maybe a little cliche, but this dude balled out. He threaded the needle. He played efficient. He played aggressive. And how often can you say both of those in the same sentence, especially here in Cleveland? Aggressive and efficient. Come on.
I'm about to throw my computer. Don't get me fired up.
The only thing that would make, I agree. Get fired up. Baker Mayfield, this is the season. Don't throw your computer. Don't throw your computer. I love the way Baker Mayfield played this game. All right, gone. There you go. Get that fireball, Fatty. Do it. Baker played lights out. Honorable mention. I know Chubb had that fumble, but that dude ran the ball hard.
Oh, Chubb,
I love Nick Chubb.
Amazing. My honorable mention, Juice.
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 He's the he didn't do anything ridiculous. But
he does everything.
The way he pounded that ball into the end zone, and he's just so clutch. Jedrick Wills, though, we do know that he's day-to-day with an ankle injury.
Have we done our defensive dog of the week while I was getting fireball?
I was touching on the offense, and then we are going to do defense.
Okay. I'm sorry. O-line. Way to go,
O-line, Curtis. Yes. Curtis, I can get down with that. Now, listen, it wasn't perfect after Jedrick Wills left the game. It wasn't perfect, but I still think that this offensive line was better than most in the league, even when Wills was out of there. And there was actually some really solid plays. The Nick Chubb touchdown run to the left when he went untouched, and Batonio could not have run that play any better. That was as big of a hole as you're going to get in the NFL. Hubbard stepped up. Chris, I'm with you.
My fat ass could have scored a touchdown on that one.
He had every inch of green left of that hash mark to go get a touchdown. Hubbard stepped up. We need Wills back ASAP. He's day to day. MRI negative, X-rays negative.
Well, we found out last year that he was dealing with a high ankle sprain from Kansas City, so that's why he was out that one. So, I'm glad it's not a high ankle sprain again.
And here's the good news. We have Juice Landry and company leading this locker room. And if you remember the contagious speech, they will practice and they will play through pain. Nobody is going to get a day off.
Goosebumps.
All right. So let's go to defense. Defensive dog of the week. Who do you got?
I got 2. Is that okay?
I mean, we make the rules.
Yeah, that's right. It's our show, right?
Yeah.
Screw it. My first one, Malik McDowell. Holy cow. That guy has not touched a football field in how long? And he comes out and plays like that. And my second one, and pay the man, Denzel freaking Ward. You know how many times that I watched him keep pace for pace with Tyreek Hill? And not like a little bit, like on his ass the entire time.
I'm with you. I like both Ward and Malik McDowell. I was actually struggling with my defensive dog of the week.
Really?
I am going to go with Myles Garrett, though. I'm going to go with Myles Garrett.
Oh, of course. Hey, here, let me hang it down here for you. Go ahead.
Hey, no, a little lower. Little lower.
There it is.
A little lower. There you go.
Swing at it. Swing at it. It's right there.
There were so many things to love about this game, but Myles Garrett getting to the quarterback as usual. Him and Joe Jackson both had a sack. Garrett had a tackle for a loss. He was just back there. Clowney, the play against Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
In the backfield. Unbelievable. And Clowney and Garrett, I think, as the season moves along, are going to be a force to be reckoned with, assuming they can stay healthy. I think this is just the beginning.
I think it is too, because that offensive line, now granted, they had 3 rookies on that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So, you wanted to test them out a little bit, but I'm kind of with you. I want to see Clowney and Garrett right next side to side, and then put McKinley on the other side and see what happens.
All right. So Norman says McDowell and Denzel was pretty incredible. Can we just agree on one thing? This defense is not even like, I don't even know how to articulate it. They are 10x what last year's defense was. I think it's already apparent. I
think it is too.
The fact that, I wasn't panicking when the Chiefs were crawling back because our defense was playing pretty decent says something. Because, even look at last year, we were up 38-0 on Tennessee Titans. And they, part of it was the bend and kind of break defense to go ahead, Fatty.
We took the foot off the gas on that one.
We did.
We did with Dallas. We were already up. It was like, let's bring this back a little bit.
Would you agree though with me that the defense doesn't have to be a stressor this year?
No,
when we're watching the game.
God, no. The only thing that stresses me out is we still got people missing on defense.
Yes, Grant Delpit was out as well as OBJ. Those were the 2 big surprises. I think we were expecting to both see them. Curtis, you hit the nail on the head here. Just watching the speed it looks like a completely different team.
Craig, were you surprised that Jock, as I liked, didn't get on the field that much during this?
Who's that?
Jock, J-O-K.
Oh,
or woo, as we know him.
There was a couple. No, I don't think so. I was hoping to see a little more impact from him. With that being said, I was expecting him to struggle a little bit, especially with Kelsey being in the game. And there was a couple times Kelsey got the best of him.
That's why he got drafted, right?
What's that?
That's why he got drafted.
So what?
He's supposed to be that specialist.
I agree.
To take care of Kelsey.
I agree.
These tight ends that are Waller.
Yes.
My Lord, Mark Andrews.
Is there a tougher first assignment?
Oh no, God
you
no.
you
There's
gotta
not.
settle the nerves. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that it's got to be a huge experience for these guys, and I think that's something you have to take into consideration because they are human. I think first game is tough to really expect that against Kelsey. Kelseyville smoked everyone. I mean, yeah, it's not that wasn't intended to be like a knock on JOK. I'm just saying it doesn't get any tougher as your first test in the
Oh
NFL.
no. Oh
Which
no.
is why last week I said maybe don't talk about it yet.
All right, we're not talking about it yet.
No, not you. I'm talking about JOK.
No.
JOK said, listen,
It won't come
I'm
up
ready
at
for
his
him.
hot takes or anything like that. I mean,
All right. So, all right. What do you want to do? Do you want to look ahead to next week or do you want to go through Fatty's hot takes?
let's look at it next week.
All right. Like him, don't like him, learn to love him. JOK. All
There's the
right.
blue. Woo!
Next week, week 2 home opener.
Oh, can't
Texans
wait.
visit the Browns. Catch us at the Jack Casino from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Just so you guys know, Fatty and I will be at the Jack Casino along with Big Play starting at 10 a.m. They are going to take over the first floor bar and the first floor stage. They are going to be pre-gaming there. They're going to have a live show. Fatty and I are looking to talk to the guys at Big Play.
And also drink a shit ton of Bloody Marys and have some fun.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Some of us are going to stick around and watch the game. There's going to be a watch party there. Rumor has it there may be some special guests, but out of respect to Big Play, we're not going to reveal anything about it yet. So keep that in mind. You can come catch us at the Jack Casino. Speaking of betting, next week, Cleveland's 12.5-point favorites. The over-under is 48. That's an implied score of approximately Cleveland 30, Houston 18, as far as Vegas is concerned. So that's where the line is at right now. Fatty, what is your key to the game on offense moving forward this week?
My key to the game is seeing more of the Nick Chubb experience. I think he controls the game, and as long as Baker does what Baker does, it's going to be an easy win for us. It should be an easy win for us because we watched what we did last week, and Houston's defense is suspect, even though they played the Jags. But do we want to send French a little? I'm sorry.
I gave French a hard time today.
Did you?
Because French was like, all right, listen, this is for those of you that don't know, I have a podcast that covers the entire landscape of the NFL. It's called Ginger's Talk Football with my brother from another mother, literally. And he's a Jaguars fan. And he's like, man, this is the perfect way to start out Trevor Lawrence's career. It's Houston. They have zero chance to win. I was actually, normally we pick on French pretty hard, but I was actually scared to text him during this game. I did not want to rub it in. But today I kind of let loose because with the USC job opening, I was really sending him all kinds of tweets suggesting that Urban Meyer would resign from the NFL and go coach USC.
Wow, you're a shithead.
All right. Curtis, no turnovers. I'm with you. And I think that the Houston Texans will be a much different opponent than the Kansas City Chiefs, right? So we should actually be able to put more emphasis on the run game, not have to rely on Baker's arm so much. We should be able to have we should be able to get the lead and have more time to kind of, like Fatty was saying before, chew up that clock, even if we're giving up a few points here and there. But feed them Chubb and Hunt and Njoku. Definitely want to feed the running back. Still going to claim you as a brother. All right. And Brennan. All right. Yeah. But
no, man. I think what will happen is they're going to do the play action. They're going to go straight Chubb and Hunt. I expect all of our tight ends to be a huge part of this, and then big plays for wide receivers. I don't expect our wide receivers to be a key part of the game, but a key part of the scoring. Because I have a feeling that with the play action and the tight ends, somebody's going to get loose in the backfield. And whether it be Peoples-Jones, Juice, even if Odell shows up, Schwartz, Higgins, I think somebody's going to slip the defense and score a touchdown.
There you go, Brennan. Brennan, English is in fact hard. You're as good at it as I am. I say the under, work the ground game. No need to risk Baker's arm. Listen, this could get interesting real quick though, because
Justin, Baker threw 60 times in college. What are you worried about Baker's arm for?
Playoffs. Playoffs.
I'm sorry. He played in the Big 12. He threw it 85 times a game. You're worried about his arm now?
I'm with Justin on this.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's but here's the thing. If anybody watched the Texans Jaguars game, this is an interesting team, and I counted them out like everybody else. And I'm not saying they're going to have a successful season. It's highly unlikely. But here's what I can tell you. There's some added motivation for this team this week because there is a number of former Cleveland Browns on the Houston Texans, and their names like Tyrod Taylor and Pharaoh Brown and Vincent Taylor and Christian Kirksey and Terrence Mitchell. I mean, we have a lot of guys that are really going to want to stick it to us, I'm sure. But Tyrod Taylor against the Jaguars. Now, mind you, I think we have a better defense than the Jaguars, but he was 21 of 33 for 291, 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball a lot, more than we did against the Chiefs. And Mark Ingram was 26 of 85 for a touchdown. Phillip Lindsay had a touchdown on the ground. They also have David Johnson. David Johnson's their third down running back. And Brandon Cooks, 5 for 132. I'm not saying that this is going to be, a fight, like the Jaguars had. But I'm saying this is a team you don't want to overlook. You don't want to overlook them.
Really?
Yes.
Is it, as my dog tears apart my whole studio right now.
Yeah, that wasn't your dog. Your dog ate the chocolate.
No, she's right here. You want to see her?
No, I'm good.
And she's going downstairs. All right. So, no, God, you got to beat this team. You have to.
I'm with you, and I think we will. I just don't count your chicks before they hatch, essentially.
Oh, what do you think? Houston's going to blow us out by 40?
No.
Way to go, Browns fan. Come on.
I'm being realistic here, though. There's a lot of revenge game narratives here. They actually put a presentable offense on the field, one that looked competent. We'll find out now. Jackson,
you're fine.
I'm with you.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. We're on a different level. We should be on a different level.
I mean, there's nothing Christian Kirksey would rather do than sack Baker Mayfield and then force an interception that gets returned for a pick six by Terrence Mitchell so that they can turn around and Tyrod Taylor can toss Pharaoh Brown a touchdown pass. No, no. We couldn't win with those guys. We're not going to let somebody else win with them. I'm sorry. Not going to happen.
All right.
Defensive keys to the game. What do you think, Fatty?
Stop the run.
All right.
That is the Browns' biggest thing is to stop the run. And that's why you got Blake McDowell. That's why you got Clowney, who is very good against the run.
One of the best.
Stop the run. If you stop the run, you stop Houston.
What did you think about? All right, we talked a little bit about JOK. What did you think about the rest of the linebacking core? Anthony Walker, he was wrapping up left and right. I mean, he led the team in tackles, if I remember correctly. He was attacking whoever had the football. What did you think of the linebacking core in general?
Can I give them like a C-?
Absolutely.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, I love him. He played great, but it's like Joe Schobert tackling a guy 14 yards downfield. I want plays out of our linebackers. We have the secondary. We have the defensive line. Stop giving them the middle field.
We also saw evidence of Mac Wilson still not being able to wrap up. Now, fortunately, they were on the sideline, these instances, and he was able to force them out of bounds. But
oh my God, can we get to the other sideline incident?
Yes, For the love of
Oh
God.
my God.
How did we
Let
make
me
it this
get
far
it.
without?
Come on.
Was Ronnie Harrison's ejection justified? Hey, let us know in the comments. What do you think about this ejection?
Or
What
come
do you think
in.
about the play? What do you think about the objection? Let us know in the comments right now. Fatty, give me your thoughts.
How the hell did the coach not get kicked out? I understand. Oh, we're frozen. Oh, shit. Well, that's Norman. Nope. Here it comes the nopes. Nopes.
Brennan, Chris, are we frozen on your end? Can you hear us?
No, the thing what pissed me off the most is I understand you're going to put hands on play. Now, hey, Harrison was in the wrong to push the coach. I totally agree with that. That coach shouldn't put his hands on him. He was walking out of that situation and walking back when the coach pushed him. He wasn't looking down, putting his foot on somebody or trying to kick somebody. He was trying to walk out of the situation and the coach pushed him.
So here's what my thoughts are. Number one, I don't think that, and this, all right, so let me start over. Tony Romo is losing me a little bit here because of his commentary on the game.
Can I just real quick?
Yeah.
Tony Romo is like Joe Buck with the Cubs.
I feel like all
Am
right,
I right?
The
it's
comments,
like, is he all over Patrick Mahomes' balls?
I don't know. I feel like I was listening to Bernie Kosar like 6 years ago calling games. Like, I know that's a sore spot, Cleveland, for some of you, but if somebody thinks Bernie Kosar was fun to listen to 6 years ago, I don't know, whatever. But Tony Romo was struggling. Now, he thought that, number one, Ronnie Harrison intentionally stepped on this player. I disagree. I think he was stepping over the player and got pushed back.
Exactly. He was walking out. His whole head and body was turned as he was walking out.
And then Tony Romo accused Ronnie Harrison of punching the coach. Number one, he didn't punch the coach. The coach shoved him. He shoved back. Should Ronnie have shoved back? No. But he did not punch the coach. And if Ronnie got ejected, both of them should have been ejected.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because
at a minimum, now mind you, a penalty should have been called regardless. At a minimum, it should have been offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
It was until somebody got kicked out.
Norman
because
says Bernie
they called the initial penalty on Kansas City. Then they went to New York, then called the next penalty on Cleveland, kicked Harrison out, and then it was null and void.
I think that this was probably one of the biggest issues with officiating this week. And I don't even think it's close. I mean, there was a couple bad calls around the league, but this one was pretty bad. And I'm not saying Ronnie shouldn't have been kicked out necessarily, because he shouldn't have pushed a coach, but the coach also should have been ejected based on what happened.
Hey, I watched a coach lose his job because of it. What he is.
No, but I mean, you have all these, I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but who was it in the media recently? Trent Dilfer. Was it Trent Dilfer for grabbing a player in high school?
Oh yeah.
Now, mind you, these are grown adults. That's a little bit different, but it's, I don't know. From what I saw, his foot hit the guy's knee when he was catching his balance. He stepped on a player, not intentional, not worth the boot. I agree. Now, I think that part of what bothered me was,
I think the boot is actually putting his hands in the guy's face.
I think
if
that
you would just push that coach just in the chest, like, dude, get off me, different story. But he went at the guy's face. He really did.
And that's one of those things where they always say it's the guy who retaliates that's going to get caught. You're the guy that's going to get seen. And I think that victim's the wrong word, but I think that that's what happened was he was the one who got seen because he was retaliating. So that certainly hurt us. Now, do you think that was a game changer, Fatty? Does Ronnie Harrison not getting ejected change? All right, is it?
Are you shitting me?
We
got MJ Stewart and a rookie in besides Ronnie Harrison, who played the entire year for us.
So Ronnie Harrison plays the rest of the game. We win, is what you're saying?
It would be close to it, yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Hold on. How can you okay? What do you say?
I'm saying it definitely gives us a better chance to win. I wasn't suggesting that it didn't. I just wanted your opinion.
Okay, so hold on. So here's my opinion. You have MJ Stewart transferring from a quarterback to a safety, and a rookie. What was LeCount? 6th round pick, 7th round pick,
5th or 6th,
5th or 6th, being a starter. Delpit's not there, so you got John Johnson doing everything, and you already had Ronnie Harrison here last year who knew everything.
And Johnson wasn't 100%. He was dehydrated, cramping up, had to go get IVs.
And guess what? Ronnie Harrison should have been the guy there.
I don't think it was the retaliation. Casey was originally called for the penalty. I'm with you. I'm with you there, Justin, because I'm with you because they were originally called for the penalty. I don't think the officiating crew saw the skirmish between Ronnie Harrison in the coach. I don't think they saw the retaliation. I think that they saw the coach push him.
So, Norman, can you see me? Because I have a ginger that's frozen on my end.
I'm frozen
on my end, but we're still going to go with it because we're live. I can hear you.
Enough.
I just can't see you.
All right. That's okay. I guess at least you can hear my angelic voice, my angelic ginger voice.
God, it's like singing the angels.
Right. Exactly. Ginger is frozen. All right, Fatty.
Yo.
I'm going to... It's time for Fatty's hot seat.
Oh, my God.
I'll be right back. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm pumped for this.
All right. Here we go.
And I'm still having Ginger frozen. That's amazing. Let me remove him from our stream. There we go. So, all right. And we got to get the banners. I'm not even worried about banners now. So, Fatty's hot seat this week. All right. First off, for those of you that do not believe in Baker Mayfield and what he's done for this team, go piss on a rock somewhere. All right. I'm done with the talk, done with the hype. I've seen enough from Baker Mayfield now that he should have been signed in the offseason. This kid is all Cleveland. He is all Browns. And some of the throws that he made, 4th and 3, putting Hooper right in the basket. Nobody else can make that throw. Nobody else. 4th and 3. Stop it with this narrative of he doesn't deserve $40 million a year. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. 22 years we've been waiting for a quarterback like this. And this kid is going to come out, fight his ass off, and do whatever it takes to win. And you guys are going to throw him to the side. Love it. Love every minute of it. Second thing to watch out for, coming up next, I want you to watch Nick Chubb run for 150 against the Houston Texans. 2 touchdowns. And I want you to watch Jarvis Landry get another 150 total yards. Baker has found his rhythm and his juice. Watch out, Houston. See you on the backside. Do we got the ginger back or is he still frozen? And the ginger's still frozen. So am I still good after Fatty's hot seat? Does anybody else want to join me for the last few minutes of the show? Anybody at all? Yep, Craig's gone. Hopefully you guys are... Craig? And he's still trying. He's still trying. Still trying. And it's not going to happen. So, what are you guys... So, my prediction versus Cleveland and Houston, and I did it on our show earlier, our Legal Ham in the Face show. I picked 40-20. The Browns win. Chris needs the link, and Chris, there's the links coming up. Hopefully you can see them. I picked 40-20 Browns. I think they're going to give us some garbage touchdowns, and everybody else sees Craig, but Justin's got to get dressed. Oh, Chris.
Fatty, you still can't see me?
Oh, Jocelyn's here. I can see you. You're frozen. What's going on, sis?
Nothing.
Where's
How
your
are you?
husband?
No, you don't get my husband. You get me today.
Oh, shit. Well, it's about to get real. Sorry. It's family affair now. I can hear you, Craig. You keep talking, but Jocelyn's about to trump you.
That's all right. That's all right. She can.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
That's the convict. That one right there is the one going to jail.
Hi. Hi.
That's the one that's not going to jail.
You're not allowed to say my sons are going to go to jail, Jared. That's not cool.
I said one. The other one's good. Where's your husband at?
He's making dinner.
What's he making?
A pork loin and some pasta.
Oh, nice. Glad he did something.
Hey, speaking of dinner, Jared, let me tell you what I had for dinner?
Oh,
For an appetizer.
Oh, an appetizer?
Yeah, I went to BW3's. You want to guess what I had?
Cheese curds and caramel.
Cheese curds dipped in caramel sauce.
Oh my God.
You have to try it.
No, sis. He brought this up to me and it blew my damn mind. I looked at him like this. I'm like, no.
Mm-mm.
We're
No.
about to find out later. He said it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Jocelyn, what is your prediction for the Houston Browns game? What do you think?
I'm really hoping for a Browns win. Really, I am. Because I can't have an angry husband again. So
I love it. I love it.
it was a bad sports weekend at our house. The Buckeyes lost, played like shit, and then the Browns lost. It was like I don't even want to talk to my husband. Nope.
One of the best things about pro football is one loss doesn't define our entire season. I think that's part of the reason why I can't get into college football. It's like
No. It's the same way now. Because even though Ohio State lost, they can still win out and still make the playoffs.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So, Fatty, what was your prediction? I missed it when I was reconnecting.
40-20.
40-20. Jocelyn, you want to take a stab at it on the record?
Come on, kiddo.
At the score?
Yeah.
I say, I don't know, 20-17.
2017. Wow.
All right.
Really?
Right.
You realize? Hold on. She realizes she's coming here next weekend for the Bears game,
Yes.
and she's tailgating with Big Bry.
Definitely.
And here's Chris. And I gotta watch all the heathens. I gotta watch the convict and the good one.
Well, you volunteered for that.
I did for Chris's birthday. I did. By the way, if the convict sucker punches me again, he's going in the attic.
You're on the record, Fatty. Take it back.
No, I'm not.
You're on the record. They can watch the tape.
That's all right. They can watch the tape all they want to. That little kid sucker punched me in the middle of nothing. We're having Thanksgiving dinner and he sucker punches me.
Chris, what do you got? What's your score prediction?
For this Sunday against the Texans,
Yes.
I kind of like Norman's score, but I'll go 38-14.
All right. I'm going with 34-17. 34-17.
So we have 38-17. We got 34-17. Norman sees all three of us. I still can't see Craig. All I see is a frozen ginger and my brother from another mother down at the bottom. Still see a frozen ginger. It's all right, Craig. You can keep clicking out. It's all right.
Is it like where like there's a still shot of me, or is it just black?
Oh no, it's a still shot of you, and you look serious as shit.
Good.
Like
I think you just
Like,
fine.
Yeah, I see.
like you're angry at something that you need to get off your chest.
Justin says 24-6 Browns. All right.
Oh,
I like
I
it.
love it.
I like it.
Love it.
That would be ideal. All right. Anybody else with a
Hold on.
prediction in the comments?
Hey, what's really funny? Johnson just goes, Chris, by the way, I said 20-17. Is that okay?
I'm normal. I'm normal.
That's a matter of opinion.
That's true. That is true. But Justin's opinion is the only one that matters right now because he said, I'm normal. I just want to be a real boy. All
Well,
right. So
that's the first time because I met Craig in person and he is not, especially after about 6 picklebacks.
yeah, that's not good news. Normal is relative. All right. That's fine. We can grade on a curve here. Need a soul first, Brennan. All right, the ginger jokes are starting.
Here comes the gingers.
So,
Here comes
yeah.
the
I
ginger
wasn't
joke.
going there. I wasn't. I just said that's, a matter of opinion.
Ah, man, you day walkers. You enjoy your sunshine without getting hurt.
Hey, you know what's the best part about this is I gotta tell this story before we get off here. I bought tickets for my brother-in-law and my sister to come up to a Cleveland Indians Cincinnati Reds game. Now, Chris is a Reds fan. All right. This
I know
is
where
when
this is going. This is not fair.
hold on. This is when the whole center field got redid, where they put the bullpens back here. So I got us like, what was it? Like second row. We were all sitting there. We were having a blast. We had babysitters. Next thing I know, it is a noon game or a 1 o'clock game, and Chris disappears. Like not a little bit disappears, gone. Kaiser Soze. I'm like, where'd you go? He goes, my ginger ass knows when to get out of the sun. He started walking the concourse so he didn't get sunburnt.
You got to follow the shade. It goes with the sun.
And
We have like built-in sundials.
My sister looks at me. She goes, where did Chris go? I'm like, no clue. Not a clue at all.
And did you see her legs?
Hey, whoa.
Can I actually say it on here?
Sunburnt twat chubbies is not okay.
Twat chubbies.
Twat chubbies, not okay.
She goes, sunburnt twat chubbies are not good.
Oh my Lord. Another episode with a strange turn.
Yep.
We could have done cocaine and hookers, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, where is Barry? This might be the first time Barry hasn't made an appearance.
I know. So we went from cocaine and blow, or blow and hookers, to twat chubbies. So that's a bonus, right?
Yeah.
Sunburnt twat chubbies, not just any old twat chubbies. Sunburnt ones.
Sunburnt twat chubbies.
All right. Wow, I don't even know what to say to that.
Well,
I
it's
got
time to end the
nothing.
show. All right.
All right, it is that time. Chris, thanks for joining. And Jocelyn, thank you for joining also. Hopefully the Browns have a great week at Houston. You guys can catch us at the Jack Casino. Come meet with us, drink with us, eat with us at the Dawgs Table. We will be joining Big Play. We on the first floor, they've got the stage and the bar, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then some of us will be sticking around for a watch party. My wife will be lost amongst the sea of slot machines. I won't be able to find her. So I'll be at
my
the bar.
wife.
With your wife. I'll be
With
at the
my
bar.
wife. And
I'll be at the bar wondering how much money I'm going to have when I leave.
Same.
Same. Yes. All right. So hopefully we'll get enough drinks in us. It won't matter. But just so you know, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can find our podcast audio only on podcast platforms. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're all over the place. Find us. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe. And next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we will be recapping hopefully a Browns win over the Texans. And until next time, Go Browns.
Go
Go
Browns.
Brown.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.